quite an achievement for me. I was very proud of myself. Someone saw my real body, face, and outfit, approached me, talked to me for a few minutes, and then invited me to another public place. But it didn't work out well, and I should have known, because when he asked me out, I was eating a bag of hot Cheetos that I had not yet paid for. After we went out, I had the misfortune of discovering his Twitter account, and it was basically 50-50, world star hip-hop twerk videos and Bible verses. So we never went out again, but that conversation needs to be had, so I hope someone explains that to him sometime soon. I'm working on a dating app for right now for people who are infertile, who can't have children. It's going to be called Just Us. So the other day I was going off on kind of an inappropriate sort of social Darwinist rant about how I can't believe that people who are acutely allergic to nuts are still around in our society with such prevalence. Because it's not like a casual allergy. Like, people who are allergic to pineapple just have to not eat pineapple, and they're good. You know, it's totally fine. It doesn't infringe on anybody else's rights or enjoyments. But I just got a new job, and this guy in my office is acutely allergic to nuts, which, like, really kills the vibe of all office social gatherings. Like, we can't have cake on people's birthdays. Like, no one is allowed to eat, like, bring peanut butter and jelly sandwiches to work. It's awful. And I was going on and on about that, and my roommate, I was like, you know, how come people keep fucking them? How come they keep procreating? And she was like, dude, why are you so mad? Just, like, don't fuck them. And I was like, that would never happen. Like, beyond a shadow of a doubt, I would never have sexual intercourse with someone who is acutely allergic to nuts, because I'm basically trying to have peanut butter in my mouth most of the time. I wouldn't put my mouth on someone else's mouth that might threaten their life. I've been really sad for about a month now, because I saw Lemonade, and I found out that even the Queen, Beyonce, can become the victim of infidelity. It really kind of sent me down in the dumps, and I was 100 times more sad finding out that Jay-Z had cheated on Beyonce than when my parents told me they were getting divorced. I recently went home to Tucson, Arizona, to see my cousin get married, and it was beautiful. I cried at the wedding. I didn't cry at the part that most people cry at, which is the vows, when they declare how much they love one another. The part that I started to cry out was during the father-daughter dance, and they had this beautiful slideshow of all of, you know, pictures of my uncle and my cousin from the time she was born until now. She's 25, she's getting married, and I didn't really know my dad until I was like 16, but we're tight now, we're homies, so it's cool. So I was thinking that if I get married, in lieu of that decade-plus slideshow of all the photos we should have had together, I'll just ask one of my graphic designer friends to make a whimsical infographic of a ledger of all the times that he paid child support on time, and that should fill up some of that empty space. When I went home to see my cousin get married, I found one of my diaries from childhood. So it was dated 2006. It was very shocking and embarrassing to read. It was basically half me calling every female person in my life a bitch and then going on at length about why that was true. And the other half was like internal gay panic. A quote directly from April 22nd, 2006. I'm 80% sure I'm not a lesbian. That's not very high. It's not high enough, you know, gotta do some soul searching. But what's amazing about that is, like, it's 2016, 10 years later, it's totally cool if I'm 80% straight, 20% gay. I can fuck 4 dudes, fuck 1 girl, I'm cool, nobody cares. That's the world we live in. We put in the work, we're good to go. It's beautiful. So, 14-year-old Abby, you don't even know. Things are clearing up for you. I live with a man who's newly not gay. So I've been friends with him for 4 years, and very enthusiastic with the male love, very about sucking the dick, always down to go dance, a great time. And we do this thing where we treat the weather like a drag queen. We like to go, yes, clouds, slay rain. Oh, those clouds are thick. Oh, this sunset got beat. Who beat this face? Anyway, so I was shocked when he came home one day from work and he said, I met this beautiful girl at the co-op. I think I'm gonna ask her out. And I was like, all right, man, do it. Like, what's about to happen? And now he's dating that girl. And he's kind of like my husband. So I think the thing that's the people who are most disappointed in my roommate's newly not gay status is like my family, because I think they thought I was gonna be the one to switch him. But this beautiful blonde hippie girl swooped in on me.
Oh.
Yeah, it's all good. Oh, it was just his birthday on Monday, so we dropped acid in celebration, and she came. Yeah. I was like, they're down with that for sure. They appreciate that.
You want a puddle?
What?
You get the puddle?
I don't know what that means. I don't know. You can tell me later. I don't know. I'll learn something. But we hiked up Mount Tabor because we live really close to there. It was really beautiful, and Brendan, my roommate, and his new girlfriend were just like, oh, we weigh exactly the same. Like, do you remember when we were on that, how we found out? We were on that teeter-totter and it just balanced perfectly. As they were having this discussion, they were doing couples acro yoga, so I was just like, fuck y'all. Fuck y'all. Another thing, my mother gave me a really great piece of advice, probably around the time of that 2006 diary entry. She told me, don't ever put anything in your vagina that you wouldn't put in your mouth. Very common sense, you know, now that I know what I know now, it's like bulletproof, definitely don't do that. But what I did with that advice at the time was immediately ignore it. So when I was 17, I was with my boyfriend. He was like, oh, hey, will you suck my dick? And I was like, I'm not sure. That seems kind of disgusting to me. Like, are you going to do that to me? And he's like, nope. And then I had sex. So thanks, Mom, for that great advice. I identify with a group of people that I feel is significantly underrepresented in the media, and that's the female creep. I know I'm not alone. I know there's plenty of female creeps out here. You know, my patron saint is Mary Catherine Gallagher from the movie Superstar. Some other notable female creeps, Elwood's sidekick from Legally Blonde. She's a larger lady, she has that slobbery bulldog, she's lusting after the UPS guy. But for the young female creeps who are growing up right now, we have a very important cultural figure, which is Tina Belcher from Bob's Burgers. So, you know, there aren't enough now, but I feel pretty optimistic about that. The reason that I think it's shocking there are less female creeps on television is because television is essentially run by male creep characters. Most TV is like, even the channel that's supposed to be for women, Lifetime, is primarily about the capturing and kidnapping or sexual assault of women. So we can switch that up. Even some really big network shows, you know, like I was sick a couple weeks ago, so I was watching marathons of SVU, Law and Order, and another show really dependent on the male creep. But I realized that I actually share an opinion with a lot of the perpetrators on that program, which is that when I see fit women in their 30s running at dusk or dawn, I'm also filled with murderous rage. Oh man. Another idea that I had after I saw Lemonade was that, you know, I think that Beyonce should start a filmmaking charity where when a woman is planning to leave her husband about 6 months before she's ready to pull the trigger, Beyonce will set them up with a stylist, a cinematographer, and a songwriter. And in the future that I envision for our children, that's the only way that kids will find out their parents are separating, is a beautiful musical homage to the strength of their mothers. All right, you guys, I'm Cannabis.
Wow. One more time.
Yeah, right? Oh my God. You're right about that Lemonade song. Beyonce and Jay-Z start fighting, my fucking life get turned up like that. My wife mad at me because Jay-Z cheated. What the fuck? I wasn't even there. Can't wait till they get it back together. My wife's not even letting me in the bedroom right now, so they fix shit. I love you though.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep this thing going. The next comedian comes to the stage again. Met this young lady a little while back, and she very funny. Couldn't wait to work with her, and she came out. This comedian is just hilarious. Please put your hands together for Maggie Condon!
Thank you guys so much for being here. This is so cool. I think the way that I would like to start is take like a survey in the room. How many people here know that Nicki Minaj song where she says she's gonna make Drake and Lil Wayne eat her ass like a cupcake?
Woo!
It's an important message. I feel that women's asses should be getting eaten like cupcakes a lot. However, I also feel that people should consider eating women's asses like a bran muffin. It's first thing in the morning, every morning. Not because it's necessarily their favorite thing to do, but because it's sensible. It's the right thing to do. It's really good for your cholesterol. My boyfriend really hates that joke. I think he feels threatened by it. Partially, it's the frequency of what's being requested, but mostly just the time of day. He is not a morning person. But on the flip side, and also he's just like, feels like he failed and now he's trying to really make up for it. So that's good. But I did have the privilege recently of telling that joke in front of my parents. And now he's like, oh, thanks a lot. Like now your parents think I eat your ass every morning. I just think they should be happy for me. I think they are. Yeah, my boyfriend and I have been together for a while now. We live together. The commitment level is high. It's like an open door pooping policy while the other person's like flossing their teeth. Or like ingrown hair removal, sharing advice, or falling asleep in bed with a pizza box. Just like enabling each other's worst behaviors in really fun ways, like drinking grape Four Loko outside the Beyonce concert.
Yeah.
It's a fun time. But like all my single friends, I think, feel like I have no idea what it's like to be out dating. But I feel like I should be an asset because I've spent a lot of time with this heterosexual dude. I've had a lot of time to study the behaviors. But I was out at a bar with one of my friends and I was trying to tell her this embarrassing story about getting jizz in my eye on accident. She's like, geez, like quit bragging. I'm like, yes, it's my classic romance. It's so perfect. We danced barefoot on a picnic blanket, carved our initials into a tree with a heart, and then a glistening arc of jizz went through the air and made indelicate, violent contact with my cornea. It's like a fairy tale. I last Black Friday lost my vape pen, you guys. Then that same day I lost my vibrator. Yeah, it was a tragedy. You might be thinking it's strange that I have such specific knowledge of when I lost these, but I noticed last time I remember having them both because having some me time, doing some mediocre, unskilled crafting, just gluing some stuff to some other stuff, drinking some wine, and enjoying my vape pen, which is what I like to call artisanal speedballing. And thought I'd really just kick it up a notch with the vibrator, and I just don't know how I lost them. Like, the vape pen's a little more easy to understand, but the vibrator, I don't go like taking it around. My mom always told me that there's like a house gnome that has all the like mismatched socks and missing objects. So the one in my apartment really nailed it. But the other morning I'm getting ready and I put on this raincoat that I never wear. And I felt this weight in the pocket. I'm like, what is this? Mascara? What? And I pull it out and I'm like, no fucking way. And my boyfriend's still laying there asleep and I'm like, look what I found. And he didn't even skip a beat. He's like still there with his eyes closed and he's just like, congratulations on finding your dildo. Nice. Do you guys know that female-friendly sex shop here, She Bop?
Yeah.
I like what they're doing. They have a calendar outside with all the various workshops they offer. One was beginning anal. And I'm pretty sure I can only imagine what goes on there is they just hand you like 5 glasses of rosé. Beginning anal is just equal parts lube and rosé. So you can just combine those, that'd be perfect. I just graduated with my master's in fine arts a few days ago. Thanks, you guys. Grad school's really changed my life. It's really made me realize like it's important to question all the things we just take as a given, you know. So I've decided to really take it upon myself to accuse all the white men in my life of being misogynist pricks who are blind to their own privilege. And then I go home and pop on my app-controlled smart bulbs to the cozy fireplace setting, refill my Sky Mall cat fountain, and then complain audibly about not having my browser passwords memorized across multiple browsers. Hero. I guess that kind of to describe me as a person, I'm like wannabe bougie, but a lot of times just kind of dirty and sketchy, like the kind of person who might freebase some cash off of the foil wrapper